Hello!
Welcome to Outside the Comfort Zone, where we talk about things we probably should not be talking about. Last week, we didn't really talk about anything.
Yeah, well,
but we also talked about
being
a lot.
drunk. And Justin's really just...
I had a lot of really good stories.
Crazy stories.
I feel like I should write a novel about my last week.
Yeah, it was just intense.
Bought a rice cooker.
Yeah.
Recap, bought a rice cooker, went to Calgary, went to the zoo, went to McDonald's. My phone broke, turned into a slot machine, didn't win, got a new loaner phone. Now I'm here.
Wow. And you know what's funny about that? I'm going to the zoo tomorrow.
The Valley Zoo?
No, the Edmonton Zoo.
That's the Valley Zoo.
Oh, well then yeah, the Edmonton Zoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like $9 to get in. Not bad.
Really?
It's only like $9. Yeah, Calgary Zoo is like $25.
Do they have like a petting zoo or anything there?
No.
Oh.
No, you're thinking of the petting zoo.
Is there a petting zoo in Edmonton?
No.
Oh. I would really like for there to be.
But you can go and see the animals at the zoo.
Yeah, me and Alex are going to go tomorrow. But I was just hoping that there would be a place for me to pet things.
Well,
there's not.
They do have a petting zoo in the zoo.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to tell me to like get in the lion den?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the last podcast because I'm going to get mauled to death. Hey, and while this is going up, I'm in San Francisco right now.
No, you're not. You're right here. I can see you.
San Francisco. It's just a hologram. Everything is
It's a VR experience.
Whoa! I kind of want one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get one.
All right.
All right.
Sponsor it. Also, when are we having our Harry Potter night?
Oh. I don't know. I'm more of like a shaved Potter kind of night.
Yeah, no, same.
Well, that was good.
Shave your pooters.
Shave your pooter. But I don't know. I mean, let's schedule it for when I'm done my feature.
So
like,
in a year?
Next year, yeah.
No, that doesn't work for me. I'm going to be busy then.
I'm going to be busy in a year from now.
In a year from now. So let's say sometime in late May, early June.
Let's say early June, late May.
Okay. If we have to, fine.
I'm gone from the 12th to the 16th.
Of June or May?
June.
Okay, I might be gone the week of the 13th in June, so that's perfect.
Also, I'm gone the weekend before that because it's my birthday weekend.
Where are you going?
Also, I'm gone the week before that because it's May long.
Are you going to the campground?
Yeah.
I'm going to miss it.
You going to where?
I'm going to miss it, is what I was saying.
What? Aren't you leaving next week?
Yeah, so I'm going to miss May long.
Oh, yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, there goes your life.
I'll be there for Canada Day.
Okay. Also...
In the news.
Also in the news, did you hear that McDonald's won't let gypsies drive their horse and buggies through the drive-thru?
What discrimination!
That is just racist.
Like, what has this world come to?
Right? Like, we need to have co-race drive-thrus, where one is for cars and one is for horse and buggies.
Oh, you can't segregate like that.
No, you have to try and you have to have it open for everyone.
Yeah.
Like it can't just be for cis males.
Yeah, can't do that.
No.
No.
So like horse and buggies, yeah, gypsies are mad.
Can we talk about how everyone is too sensitive?
Yes.
About everything?
Do you mean feminists?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just our generation. Like, okay, here's the thing. And me saying that is big because I'm, like, very for equality, obviously, right? But, like...
Well, I'm for equality.
Yeah, which is what feminism is, but there are feminazis who take it a step further and give it a bad name, but anyways, I digress. So
I feel like feminism is, like, the opposite of equality.
I feel like it gets a bad name. That's like saying Christianity is just what are the Westboro Baptist Church. That's just what Christianity is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with all this. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Go on.
So, I got a couple of comments on a video like a month ago, and it still fucking bugs me. So...
You let it get you that much?
Well, it's just my example that I pull from when I'm talking about how sensitive people are.
Right.
It was just like...
Oh yeah, you should see some of the Snapchats I get. Like, I just heard you say this in a video. You're the worst person in the world. I'm like, fuck you. Ho.
Fuck you.
That's pretty much what I do. I'm like, fuck you, ho.
Fuck you, ho. And then they're like, sorry, Justin. So,
yeah.
Okay. me and Alex were making a video talking about like what deal breakers are in a relationship, and he said something like, oh, if someone doesn't like want to go out and do things because like I like to go out and like leave the house and stuff. And then we also said like if someone's really religious. There were two separate comments, one person being like, I'm religious and I'm offended. Why wouldn't you date me? And the other person was like, I'm offended that you need someone to leave the house when you date them. My mom is really, really disabled and she can't leave the house. And I was like,
people are so dumb.
Fucking reach or something. Like, what are you talking about? In what world am I sitting here being like, you know what? I'm pretty sure one of my viewers has a disabled mom that can't leave the house. And I really want to just fucking make her day awful.
Let's make fun of that.
God, that's so hilarious how she can't leave the house. So I'm just gonna say that in a video just to fuck up her life in specific. Like, fuck you.
It's like being like, you know what's a deal breaker for me? When somebody is a huge bitch.
Yeah. Excuse me, I am a huge
I'm a huge bitch and that offends me. It's like, okay.
Like, stop making everything about yourself. And this is in no way saying, like, equality is going too far, or like, because there's PC things to an extent are necessary, but people take it so far, and it's like, shut up. Not everything's about you. Or
like when people get super offended, like, I try and have like candid conversations with people. Like, some people like, they'll like Snapchat me and be like, hey, I'm a Christian. I watched your video. You don't like Christians. I'm like, I like Christians. Like, I'm like, I just want to understand it more because I don't understand it. I just don't understand how like it works. I was like, can I ask you some questions? And they're like, sure. I'm like, okay. I love talking to people about this because I just want to know. So I'm like, okay, how do you explain dinosaurs? And they're like, oh, God put the bones there to test us. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like honest. I'm like, that seems a little far-fetched. I'm like, do you really think like the creator of the universe would do that just to test you? Like, and they're like, yes. I'm like, okay. And then I'll ask them some other things, and I'm like, what about like Noah's Ark? Like, how did they build a boat like that just out of wood? When like engineers these days have a hard time building a boat like that just out of wood. Like, that's the biggest wooden boat ever built. I was like, they built a wooden boat like a couple hundred years ago, like some amazing engineers, and it fucking twisted in the middle of the sea and collapsed because they couldn't. But I was like, but these two like people from a village, like built this massive wooden boat, put every animal in the world on it.
Except for kangaroos.
Except for kangaroos.
Yeah, weird.
And then put it into Europe, and then the animals then spread from Europe to the rest of the world.
Like herpes.
And they're like, yeah, well, God works in mysterious ways. I'm like, I don't accept that as an answer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need an answer though. Like, I need to.
Like, I think we're fine with you believing your own whatever you believe in, but like, it comes to the point where you come and say something to me about your religion and you can't back it up.
Yeah, that's one thing that bugs me. It's like, well, how do you explain this? I'm like, I don't know. How do you explain this? They're like, well, God works in mysterious ways. I'm like, you can't just keep saying that.
Like, I don't come up to people and be like, can I talk to you about quantum physics? Because I don't know anything about that. I don't have answers for you.
I don't have answers. I'm like, I don't know. Like, maybe there is a God, and maybe he's like looking at me right now being like, you're fucked. Like,
you're super, like you're 7th layer, but
yeah, like you're going right to the hellish place.
Yeah.
But then I think about it and I'm like, I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah.
So I mean, who really cares?
Yeah. And like, to be honest, I don't really want to be in a heaven with the kind of people who would go to heaven.
Right?
That sounds so boring. Like, so boring.
Like, if like people like swore and then they go to hell, then it's like, I mean, hell sounds like a lot more of a
accepting place.
An accepting place. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be so judged.
Yeah.
In hell.
Feel a little bit judged in heaven.
Like, I feel like I would be like, if I did make it in, I would like just squeeze in, and then I'd be like the lower class of heaven. Like, I feel like it would be like Divergent, and I'd be like sector, whatever, like the shitty one is.
Okay, yeah. So that was the Hunger Games, but okay.
Yeah. So Hunger Games, and I'd be like the scum.
Yeah, you'd be like 12, District 12.
Yeah, I'd be like District 12. And then they would like put me into a Hunger Game in heaven and be like, you gotta fight to protect your other shitty
But
people.
what would happen? Would you die then and come back to heaven and they'd be like, nah, you
No, if you die, like, you go to hell.
Oh, shit.
I'd be like, Like, I would just be like, I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
Please get me out of this hell. So I read this story the other day. It was a short story, and I thought it was really cool. It was all about, what if what we're living in right now is heaven? Mm-hmm. And then what if when we die, we go back to the real world? And the real world was like so much shittier than this.
That would be depressing.
It was like this story, and I was reading it, and they don't say that life is heaven until the very end. They're like, what if when you die, you go back to the real world? And I'm just like, oh shit! Like, if this is as good as it gets, then like, I gotta live my life.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, like, after, like, when I die, like, I'm going to some shitty world.
Yeah, probably.
Like, probably back to like the 1800s.
Yeah, but you would be fine there.
Yeah, time traveling is actually super interesting. If you think about it, if we went back in time, we'd probably get like killed. We'd probably be killed. They'd be like, witches!
Yeah.
And they'd like burn us.
They'd be like, what is this garb you wear? Why are you in pants?
Why are you in pants? You are a woman.
Fucking women.
Like, yeah, like.
Stupid vaginas.
I would. If you have a vagina, you're stupid. It's a fact.
Duh.
I
wish I could time travel back to like, I don't know, 2000 with all the knowledge I have, because I'd be like, Mom, Dad, invest in Apple.
2000, okay, maybe like the early 90s invest in Apple.
Well, invest in Apple, invest in Spotify.
I would go back and be like, hey, Netflix, buy Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I mean, Blockbuster, sell to Netflix.
Yeah.
Because you're going down.
Like down so.
Because like Netflix offered to buy Blockbuster.
Should have taken it off on that.
And then they just drove into the ground the year after.
Yeah.
They were going to get $30 million. They're like, we'll buy you for $30 million. And Blockbuster was like, rental video is never going out. And then the year after that, they were like, yeah, we're going to close. There was something that happened. It's a family emergency. We're going to close all of our stores.
We'll be out for the foreseeable future. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone who has like a DVD out right now, like, just keep it. Because that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, lots of people still have Blockbuster DVDs.
Yeah, because those are...
Or VHS.
Just antiques.
Yeah. You know, like, Netflix used to, like, mail out DVDs. Like, that was their thing.
So weird.
Right? So weird.
Weird.
Like, what has the world come to?
Like, it's just crazy. Kids these days.
Kids these days. I wish I could, like, look forward now, like, 10 years, and be like, what should I invest in? I mean, I don't have any money to invest right now.
Sure, yeah, no.
So, like, I wouldn't be able to really do anything. But, I mean, like, if I could, I totally would.
I feel like drones are going to be the next big thing.
For what?
For people who do, like, videos, so you could do, like, skyline things and...
Oh, yeah, that's already happening.
Yeah, but, like, it's not full force yet.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
No, you missed the mark on that.
Well, shit.
If you thought about that 3 years ago, and be like, hey, we gotta...
I probably have, like, an extra $20 or $30 in my pocket if I thought of that a couple years ago.
Like, what would you do with that information a couple years ago? Like, wow, this is gonna get big in a couple of years.
And then I'd be like, but I have no money, so I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it. And then you'd still be the exact same position right now. It's like me and my dad, like, as soon as the iPod came out, we had, like, the iPod Classic. Like, the 120 gig, like, big brick thing. And I was like, you know what? They're gonna put a phone in this.
Yeah?
I was like, they're gonna totally put a phone in this. Me and my dad were sitting there talking about it. We're like, they're gonna put a phone in this, and it's gonna be a phone, it's gonna be a huge iPod phone. An iPod phone.
An iPod phone.
And we're like, it's gonna happen.
Phone.
And then like 2 years later, like 3 years later, they're like, yeah, we're releasing the first ever iPhone touchscreen. And we were like, what? We totally talked about that like 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure I invented the iPhone.
Oh, probably.
Which is, so it's my fault that it's such shit.
Yeah, they tapped your house.
Yeah.
They were like, that's an amazing idea.
We should put a phone in this.
How come none of you thought of this?
Yeah, like we get a whole team of like researchers. They're like, we don't know. We're trying to develop a new calculator.
Oh my god.
So one guy was like, I invented iMessage. Shut up, Steve. We're talking about iPhones.
Fucking Steve.
Fucking iWatch Steve.
Honestly. What the
like,
fuck?
iWatch? That sounds creepy. We can't call it that. Fucking Steve.
God damn it, Steve.
Let's call it the Apple Watch. Oh my god, Jeff, you're a genius.
Jeff, come on.
You're fired, Steve. And he's like, I'm gonna run this company one day.
And then he did. Isn't that funny? Just how people completely turn things around. Like this story I heard, transitions, about this woman.
You're transitioning?
Yeah.
To a woman?
To a woman. So there was this woman
Finally.
in the UK, and she came to her office job and got told to like change her shoes from flats into heels, and she said no. And then she got sent home because she wouldn't change out of her flats.
Was she working at the heel store?
No. She was, I believe, a receptionist. So...
She's sitting all day. Why does she have to wear heels? Nobody can see her feet.
Exactly, but
Wear
still
slippers.
in England, or in the UK some places, you are allowed as a boss to make sure that a woman wears heels.
Well, like here, like Earl's, Joey's, like all of these restaurants, like they all have to wear heels.
Have you seen that post on Facebook about Joey's employees after like a long shift?
No.
Their feet are bleeding from these heels. Like literally bloody.
I mean, like get better heels.
Like just get fucking flats and let that be okay. Like I hate that you have to wear heels. I hate wearing heels. I don't have heels. I have little boots and they're comfortable.
I hate wearing heels too.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I hate when my boss is like, you gotta wear heels. You gotta look pretty.
And you're like, fuck, I can't
They're
just
like, wow, that's a nice mouth.
use me
like,
for my brain.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't want to be looked at.
I have a degree.
Like a nice pair of legs.
Let me use my diploma.
I just graduated high school for a reason. Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah.
But I think like, yeah, like as long as you like look nice and you look presentable and like you're wearing some sort of like something that's like, you know,
office appropriate.
Office appropriate, then like why not?
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck? Just objectification.
Objectification.
It's like stop it. Stop objectifying me.
Don't objectify me. I wish people would objectify me a little bit more.
Eh.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not objectified enough. Objectified.
In the comments down below, objectify Justin.
Yeah.
And hey, I mean, you could always send some things to the PO box.
Yeah, like objects. For we can find them.
Yeah, we can object.
Object. Joanne, if you're watching,
Sure.
can you please order some fucking shirts?
Oh god, I want to go to H&M now. We're gonna go to H&M.
So I have a couple stories that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, my T9 is open.
Oh, good.
So if you guys missed it, I'm now using T9 on my phone because it's too shitty to use the full keyboard because it's so small.
Justin's an adult.
It pretty much is a iPhone, which is a huge issue. It's
a huge letdown.
It's a huge letdown. Really, my life revolves around not having an iPhone, and now I pretty much have one. But it's not an iPhone, it's a little bit better.
I'm being that person who, like, picks at the rips in her jeans.
So, yeah, okay, we talked about the gypsies. They can't go to McDonald's anymore.
Yeah.
No gypsies at McDonald's.
None of them.
Oh, this one's funny. This is a light humor.
Okay.
Have you ever been in a parking lot, come out to your car, and somebody has hit it?
No, thank God.
That has not happened to me either.
Good.
Alright, next topic. No, okay, so I actually have it. So this guy, he comes out of the parking lot. He has a pretty nice car.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at it, and there's a note on his windshield. And he's like, oh no. So he looks at his car, and there's a scrape on the back. He's like, what happened? He's like, oh no. Like, this is not good because somebody has hit my car.
Yeah.
At least they left a note. Let me go check what the note says.
Mm-hmm.
So then he grabs the note, and it says...
Dun, dun, dun. What does it say?
I don't know, this phone's too slow, so it's not... I know generally what it says, but I want to like read it word for word. But it's just taking too long to open.
Yeah, it's not loading, guys. This would be the worst cliffhanger if we're like, I don't know what it says. Anyways, bye.
Anyways, okay, here it comes, guys. The note said.
How often do you poop?
I poop a lot more regularly now.
Yeah, like do you poop after every meal?
No.
Oh.
That's weird.
I do.
Really?
Yeah. I started
not...
to eat really healthy, and now I poop after every meal. And it makes me nervous to eat out.
Got the note. Okay, here it comes. So boom, you got a scratch on his car, and it's every motorist's worst nightmare. That's what it says. And then, okay, this is what the note said.
Okay.
Yo, I hate your car.
Sorry.
I'm leaving this note because someone's watching. They're still looking. ... Okay, I'm good. My bad. Peace out.
Oh my God.
And then left it on his windshield.
That's so funny.
And left.
I mean, awful, but like...
And this guy said he was not even mad. He said he posted it online, and it got on Twitter, and it got retweeted like 60,000 times. He's like, you know what? Worth it. He's like, this is pretty fucking funny.
God damn it, that's so great.
Like, that's hilarious.
I wish it was written on like some dirty napkin or something.
No, it was like a lined piece of paper.
Oh wow, he's prepared. He does this all the time.
Yeah. No, he has his hitting people paper.
Yeah.
Hitting people paper? He hits
fair.
people with those papers.
Yeah, his HPP.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to read the titles of the thing because I don't want to try and open it again. There's another one that I saw. It was a very interesting article.
Very interesting.
Do you remember the trial a couple years ago about the two 13-year-old girls that murdered their friend in the woods by stabbing her 19 times?
Was that a Slenderman thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, why do you 13-year-old girls stab your other friend? They were like, well, Slenderman told us to, and we're just trying to please him.
Mm-hmm.
And the courts are like, the fuck is wrong with you? So they tried them as adults, and now they're serving life.
Oh, great.
But they're like, what the fuck? Like, the judge literally was like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? Devil.
Literally.
Yeah, it's like what came out of my phone.
Yeah.
And then, so, now, like, and then Slenderman turned into, like, this big thing, because it's been, like, this myth for a long time. It was created on the internet, which is cool, and then people started photoshopping him into, like, pictures and being like, oh my god, there's, like, myths, and people started, like, reporting sightings of him.
Good.
And being like, everyone's gonna die, and then the game came out, and everyone's like, oh my god, this is so scary, and they'd be like, bah! And then people would be like, yeah, Slenderman. Slenderman's got me, it's got me, Slenderman. And then, and everyone was just, like, freaking out. Now, it has been announced, Slenderman is gonna be a movie.
Yeah!
And it's gonna be a horror movie.
Duh!
And they think it's gonna focus on two 13-year-old girls.
Stabbing their friend?
Stabbing their friend. And it's actually gonna be because of Slenderman.
That's amazing.
I think that they're actually gonna do a good job with the movie.
Because then they can literally be like, based on a true story.
Yeah. Like, they can actually do a good job with the movie. And I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Because I think that's actually gonna be a decent horror movie. Because it's Slenderman, like, the whole myth is that he, if you guys don't know what it is, Google it if you've been living under a rock. If you've been living under Iraq, then, like Saddam Hussein, he was living under Iraq, right?
Yeah, he was living under a cave.
Anyways, so if you're Saddam Hussein and you don't know who Slenderman is, Google it. But pretty much, it's this whole thing about how this guy, who's like super slender, he has like this white man, but he stalks kids and then kidnaps them and murders them.
As you do.
As you do. So I think if they made a movie about that, it's gonna be fucking terrifying, but it's gonna be awesome. Like, really cool. So that's happening, and I think it's gonna be dank.
Like, dank as fuck, honestly.
Yeah. What is your favorite horror movie?
Cabin in the Woods.
Really?
I like that it was a
Making
parody
fun of horror movies? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I like anything
What's
Joss
like the
Whedon does,
scariest horror movie you've seen?
I don't really get scared from horror movies. I get scared from like gore things. Like ghosts and shit don't really bug me. Like paranormal activity is fine.
No, that's
but, like
fine.
Saw fucks me up.
Really?
Yeah. That shit fucked me up.
So because that stuff's like okay for me. Like I'm okay with gore. Like some gore I'm just like ugh. But like it doesn't like get into my like shit that gets into my brain is like home invasion type stuff and like stuff that's like fucking real.
Yeah.
That
Have
stuff
you seen
is...
Hush?
No.
Oh, it's good.
What's
on
Hush?
Netflix. A deaf.
Isn't that like the
woman.
sex toy store?
Yeah, in Edmonton.
Yeah.
It's like the Tickle Trunk or something. But
The Tickle Trunk?
yeah, there's one called the Tickle Trunk.
There's one called Hush too.
Yeah, in West Ed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I saying? Hush. She's deaf and mute, and she's a author, and she lives in this like secluded area in the forest. And then there's just this crazy killer who's like stalking her and kind of hunting her, and like she knows that he's there, but she can't do anything about it because he like turns off her internet, and she's secluded, and he's just like walking around her house, and then he comes in and he tries to murder her, and like it's so.
I gotta watch it.
It's good.
I love. Have you seen The Strangers?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good movie.
And No Vacancy.
And No Vacancy is good too. I like Funny Games. Have you seen Funny Games? Fuck, it's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Same kind of premise?
Same kind of premise, yeah. But yeah, so The Strangers, the thing that like stuck with me about that is like it's just like the suspense and like the masks and everything were just like fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And then the ending is what got me is like when they come in, spoilers, when they come into the house and they start like fucking with them, and then they eventually like kill the one guy, and then they tie the couple up in the room, and they kill one of them, and the girl's like, "Why are you doing this?" And they're like, "Well, 'cause you were home."
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh fuck, there's no reason. Like these people are just fucking nuts. And you're like, that just makes it so much scarier. They're like, the reason we did this is because you're home. It's like, what? And then like on the way out, when they like talk to that little boy, like when they're like driving out in the truck,
Yeah.
and that little boy comes up with like the flyers, fuck it, just because it all goes back to because the start of the movie is the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where the little boy comes to the door, and he's delivering flyers. And he's like, hello, hello, and then he like pushes open the door, and then he sees like these fucking dead people decapitated and stuff like that, and he's like, what the fuck? And then the end of the movie, they're like driving away in their truck, and this little boy like comes up beside them, and they're like, oh hey, like, they're like talking to him, and then he hands them a flyer, and they're like, oh thank you, and then they leave.
Yeah.
And then the little boy goes up to the door, and then the movie ends, and I'm just like, whoa! Like I don't know, they just did it so well.
It's just such a. I need to rewatch that movie too.
Yeah.
God. I need to do we need to do a Harry Potter marathon and a horror movie marathon.
Like I love like home invasion, kind of like those kind of movies. What's the one with Bruce Willis? It's kind of like that. They go into the fuck. What's it called?
What's it about?
Bruce Willis is the cop. He's like a hostage. It's called Hostage.
Oh yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I think so. Fuck, that's a good movie. I want to watch that again.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was really good.
And I've been reading like a lot of stories about like stalkers and stuff like that, because that is the general premise of the movie that I'm writing right now.
Here's your update number 2.
Here's the update. My general premise is stalking.
Yeah.
I can't tell you any more than that. But all I've been doing for the last while is just like reading stories, watching movies, like real life stories of these stalkers that have these obsessive things that are just like fucking with. So like, I'm writing, so I've just been like reading all these stories, and some of them are like really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like some crazy ass ones. And like some of them have been made into movies, which are kind of like lesser known movies, like they're kind of indie movies, like based on these true stories. So now I'm gonna go watch those, because I like that shit.
Isn't that crazy that watching movies is your job right now?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was literally packing to go to San Francisco and making a video out of it, and I was like, I am working right now. Like, that's so fucking weird.
It's weird. Like, I'll be sitting at home watching like a TV show or watching a movie, and somebody's like, all you do is just like watch movies. I'm like, I'm studying. Like, I'm busy right now.
Stop it, Mom!
Stop it, Mom! I'm studying! If I could get away with that, like if I could go back to like junior high and be like, hey Mom, like I'm gonna be generally kind of successful. I need to start watching more movies.
Yeah.
She'd be like, no, like fucking study. Be like, no Mom, you don't understand. Like,
I don't use trigonometry.
Yeah, like honestly, like I remember when I first told her that I wanted to like go into film. She was like, but like what are you gonna do for like a job? I was like, well, I'm gonna go to like film school and I'm gonna like make movies. And she's like,
but like money.
But like for like money wise, like what are you gonna do to like make a living? I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna do that. Like I'm studying, Mom. Go away, I'm watching Pit My Ride.
Exhibit.
Exhibit. She's like, boo, boo, boo. I'm gonna Pit My Ride.
I love the little TVs in the back. It's like, why would you ever?
Yeah, it's like, did I tell you that me and Mitch just watched Pit My Ride for like
6 hours?
Yeah, and then it was like 4 in the morning. We were just like, fuck, this is the greatest show ever.
Yeah.
I still love that show.
It stands the test.
We're gonna put 7 monitors in your back door.
Why?
Just in case. 4 Xboxes in your trunk. We removed your engine, put a lazy boy, and we're like, what?
Oh my god, I love it.
But yeah, watching horror movies is studying right now. So I've been watching horror movies.
What is the stupidest TV show that you watch?
That I watch?
Yeah.
You know what I did a couple, last week? For the first time ever, I watched an episode of Big Brother.
Oh, is it good? I've never seen it.
I watched 1 episode of Big Brother Canada. And I think, because I read 1989, 1984, 1989, the George Orwell novel, the one about Big Brother, and that's like what the show is based off of, I guess, like loosely, and then they just throw like the real world cast in there.
Yeah.
Pretty much, but like the premise of the show is a good premise. I just, now that I know all the behind the scenes of like reality shows and stuff like that, I can't take it seriously.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good premise, like if it was like legit. But I think the Canadian one is a lot more legit than the US one would be.
Well, okay, so...
But I don't know anybody that's worked on Big Brother before. I know people that have worked on Bachelor, so I know all of that shit.
Yeah.
And I know people that have worked on The Real World, where they're the camera crew, and literally they're just like, yeah, we just tell them to do stuff and follow them around. We're like, hey, can you pretend to be super drunk and knock over that bottle? They're like, okay. And then they're just like, okay.
Oh my, hey, do you know anyone who's worked on Survivor?
I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
They get to eat and stuff, right? Yeah, they get to eat and stuff. Fuck. You know what, maybe I could last in Survivor, because for the longest time I was like, I could never. I get hungry sometimes and I could not poop in the woods. But I'm sure they have like a porta potty and like a razor. Because no one ever has like hairy armpits. I'm like, it's been 39 days. Where is your hair?
Well, you know what happened is the very first season of Survivor. Because Survivor is based off this Swedish show. Mm. And the very first season of that show, they did it legit. And one of the guys who, on the show was like, he was like the villain of the show because he was trying to like beat everybody and he was like winning all these competitions and stuff like that. Mm. And because of the stress of the show and that he actually was trying to survive and that they were actually doing it, when he got back home, he was so depressed and so shocked out of his real life, and he was like, he had like post-traumatic stress disorder from being on this show. He ended up killing himself. Oh
my god.
Yeah, so then they were like, maybe we shouldn't do that to people. And like, but that show went over really well. So then when the states picked it up and were like, let's create Survivor, and like 48 seasons ago, whatever it is,
yeah,
they were like, okay, let's do it without having people get depressed. So like now, like if people are like really having a breakdown, they're just like, hey, here's some pasta.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
It's like, hey, you need a hand, like.
You want some tongue?
You're shooting like this, and then literally behind you there's like a craft service table with some bagels and like.
I want a bagel.
Because if they actually made people survive for 30 days.
On like a big bag of rice.
On like a big bag of rice, like people would like actually be like malnutritioned or like have like actual like post-traumatic stress disorder from this show.
Oh my god, have you watched Naked and Afraid?
Yes.
That one's real, right?
I don't know.
I hope so.
I can't believe it.
I hope so. God, if you haven't watched Naked and Afraid, it's my favorite show. It's so great.
Just some of the stuff that happens, like, I can't take seriously.
Yeah. But then someone gets fucking 3rd-degree burns from a boiling pot of water falling on them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Like, at that point, the show would be sued so much.
Well, I'm sure they have to sign something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Because, like, people have a million bug bites on them. I never see anyone with a million bug bites on Survivor.
No.
Like, come on.
Everyone on Survivor is, like, part of a union. It's like, they're like, you need to have, like, a bathroom within 20 feet of you of all time. You need to have a break every 4 hours. You need to, like, that's how, like, unions are. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's totally how Survivor is.
Probably. Like, now that I feel like there's a porta potty, I feel like I could do Survivor.
Yeah, you probably could.
I probably could. I'd probably have a panic attack halfway through and be that bitch that's like, I just gotta go home.
Yeah.
And then everyone would be like, you took a spot away from someone who was deserving, and you're a bitch. And I'd be like, yeah. But I had to go home.
I was deserving until I realized I don't want to be here anymore, and then I want to go home.
It was like a fun adventure, and I learned a lot about myself, but it was time for me.
Yeah, I've made some really lifelong friends.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for me to go home.
Yeah. I miss my daughter. I'm pregnant.
I miss my daughter. She's inside of me. So I need to go home to spend time with her.
Yeah. Gotta be really personal time. God. This is like the longest amount of time we've spent doing these podcasts in a long, long time.
Yeah, I gotta go.
So Justin's gonna go, and I'm gonna sit here and say thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to check out our patrons, they are linked down below in our YouTube channel. If you want to check us out on iTunes, then please do. OTCZ, give us a 5-star rating. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next Friday when I have San Francisco stories.
Bye.
Bye.